Story time on when I flew to another state to meet this young lit nigga that's lit on the internet. And to me, I felt like he was cat. So yeah, I met him on the internet. I was in Bahamas like the beginning of January for my son. I'm sorry, the beginning of February for my son's birthday or whatever. And he DM'd me on Instagram like, need you. So I'm like, oh, I've been trying to give you me or whatever like that. So he like, whatever. We gonna exchange numbers or what? So I'm like, yeah, because like, he's some fine shit. Like, I love dark skinned niggas. And when I say he's some fine shit, bitch, he's some fine shit or whatever like that. So on the internet, like, he got 2 watches, big Cardi, 6 cars, supposedly own his house, and he young as fuck or whatever like that. Dressed nice, always designer down, like always posting mad money, etc. So like, that's my type. I love me a hood get money nigga. So he asked for my number or whatever like that. So I gave him my number, and like, he texted me. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it was little signs that I didn't like. Like, if I'm on vacation with my kids, like, I remember I posted my drink or whatever, and I didn't text him right back. And he was on my phone like, oh, you see me text you or whatever, but you posting. Like, that right there was like, you only have my number for like 20 minutes, like, chill out. But I let him slide. So we planned to see each other or whatever like this, like, whatever like that on this Saturday. Let's say this Saturday, right? And we planned for me to come Valentine's Day weekend or whatever. And he really was on some shit where, like, he was like, oh, come whatever, what day, what time, it don't even matter. Like, whenever you could come, just come. So I chose that weekend because I'm free every other weekend for my kids. They go with their dad or whatever like that. So that was my free weekend. So I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I thought he was a fake page at first or whatever like that, because it just was like too good to be true. So we would only text, and like, he'd tell me to FaceTime him, but by the time I FaceTime him or whatever, he not answering. Now he got an excuse, or he don't FaceTime back. So bitch, I started thinking like, bitch, I'm gonna get catfish if I go down here. So I told him, I'm like, look, this Wednesday, like the Wednesday before the Friday. So I'm like, FaceTime me before Friday or I'm not coming. So now he got all that energy, he FaceTime me, etc. I got him on the phone before you really couldn't, like, he'd just be texting and shit like that. So he FaceTime me, he was real, looked the same, looked good as fuck. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, etc. So Friday come and we talk, and I'm like, like, you ready? Like, I'm at the nail salon, I'm like, you ready? Like, I can't wait to see you, I can't wait to meet you, etc. So he like, yeah, or whatever like that. But I feel like his energy was a little off because he was more excited days before. So I'm like, you good, love? Like, you okay? Because I'm like, I feel like your energy is like kind of off. Like, you're not excited as you was. So he's like, oh, I just found out I got to get my daughter or whatever today. Mind you, it's the day I leave. Like, I'm leaving at 10 p.m. at night to land. I think my flight would land like 12:48 a.m. originally. So I'm like, yo, I took our work for this or whatever, and I already checked into the flight. And he's like, well, what's the issue? Nobody didn't tell you not to come. Like, you could still come. I'm good. I'm gonna just get a sitter. If anything, her and the sitter just stay at my house, and we could just get a room. So I'm like, you know what? All right, that's cool. I'm all for that, or whatever the case may be. So I still go. Like, I get my nails and I run to the mall. I get everything I need. I pack my shit, and I tell him like, all right, I'm for the land at this time. I go to the airport. Mind you, y'all, I'm rushing because I'm always fucking last minute. I get to the airport. I board the flight, or whatever like that. So before I boarded the flight, he texted me this hotel, like Cigna or something like that. It's like one of the best hotels in Atlanta. So I tried to book the hotel online, but everything was booked up. So I told him, I'm like, look, everything booked up because it's Valentine's Day weekend. So he like, nah, you got to call. So I called, and like, everything was booked the fuck up. Like, literally, it was no hotel. So he like, well, find whatever you can find and just book it, and I'm gonna get you from the airport. So I'm like, what's your budget? So he like, what you mean? I'm like, what's your budget? Like, I'll book the room, but when I land, I expect to get my money back or whatever like that. So I'm on the plane, y'all. The plane done took off. So the nigga like, oh, the least you could do is pay for the room. So I'm like, huh? So this when the mishap come in, because I get it. Okay, we supposed to stay at your house originally, but then your child came into play. So now we got to go stay somewhere else, which is cool, because I think a hotel is better anyway, because you don't know me and I don't know you. And it's more safer, I feel like. So he like, yeah, like, you can pay for the room. I'm going to fund the rest of the trip. Baby, you a whole scammer. You think I'm paying for a motherfucking hotel for you to come fuck on me? So he all like, yo, I feel like you could pay for something. I'm funding the rest of the trip or whatever the case may be. Yo, so we start arguing or whatever like that. So then the plane land, and I'm like, you really arguing over a $300-something hotel, but you scamming, you hitting all these licks, all this big money you posting. I mean, like $20,000, $30,000. You can't book a $300 hotel. And I just felt like if you brought me to your city, you should make sure I'm good. Like, if you came to my city and something happened, I'm going to correct it before you get there. I'm going to figure this shit the fuck out. Because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Like, it don't make sense. I didn't ask to come there. You wanted to come. Now, I agree we wanted to see each other, but still, like, what? So, when I landed, the nigga arguing, going all back and forth and shit. So, I'm like, listen, cancel your sitter. Stay home with your kid. Go ahead and bond. I'm cool. Like, I ain't even link you no more, etc. Y'all, this nigga was like, oh, you must be coming to come see another nigga. Nigga, what? I took off from my job, stopped one of my business to come see you. And you talking about another nigga? That's your response? Y'all, he kept fucking arguing. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, bro, like, if you getting all this money and you got all this motion, all this shit going on, like, $300 is nothing. So I'm like, if I book this hotel, you can't come. So that's what the fuck I did. I booked the hotel, and shout out to that Spirit flight attendant because, yo, he stayed in that airport with me and found me a hotel, y'all. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have had nowhere to stay, like, at all. But I booked that hotel, y'all, and I left that nigga on red. Like, I stopped responding, and I just made it into a solo trip. But I still was just, like, mad because I trip. Like, Atlanta, cool. We used to do that for New Year's, but, like, just to go and spend that much money, it was just, like, I could have went somewhere else. Like, that was kind of crazy. So, me personally, I just feel like his lifestyle got to be kept because I done dealt with some big money niggas. Like, I mean, rich niggas, like, that's running businesses to get legit money. I done dealt with a rapper. I'm not gonna say who the fuck he is because he is a big rapper that y'all listen to every single day. And niggas with money ain't complaining. They not doing all that. Like, I'm telling you, they not doing all that. Like, when you come see them, they have everything into play. Everything booked, bitch, your itinerary set up, all that. Like, it ain't making sense. So, to me, his life is just kept. And to be honest, I never really seen him go out and do nothing or anything like that. Like, he not in the mall blowing no money. Like, he ain't no 5-star restaurants. Like, he really don't be doing nothing. Like, he might go skate or something, but, like, other than that, like, that nigga don't be really doing shit, like, with the money he's supposed to have. Like, he got all this motion. You would think he'd be tripping, like, something. Like, nah, he not doing none of that. So, to me, personally, the life is kept. And I was just mad because I felt like, damn, like, I flew here to see you, and this happened. Never doing it again. And then his excuse was, well, you knew what I had going on and you still came. Nigga, you never told me not to come. When I checked in with you and we spoke, you told me to still come. It wasn't an issue. And you was going to get a sitter. Like, what? That don't even make sense. Like, make it make sense. I would have said the fuck home. I'm not that pressed to see no nigga. Like, bitch, you know I get niggas. Like, what? Be for real. I was just upset at the fact that you still allowed me to come or whatever like that, knowing that you was going to do that or whatever the case may be. And I'm not saying he lying about getting his kid, because bitches do that. Like, bitches that know it's a Valentine's Day week or something going on and be like, oh yeah, you not, I'm going to stick him with the kid because I don't want him to be with no other bitch. So it do be like that, but still, like, come on, yo. Like, I don't live down the street. I live in another state. I flew there.
All right, look, this is going to be called the part one of, if you're going to tell the story, then tell the full truth, you feel me? This part one, though. So look, right, let me get this, like, straight to y'all. First and foremost, I'm not a YN, you know what I'm saying? I'm 25 years old, you know? But check this out. I'm not from Atlanta at all, you feel me? I live in Atlanta now. I'm from Iraq, you feel me? But all this, like, okay, well, we going to start off with the whole, he flew me out type thing, you know? I never flew out. So this whole, oh yeah, he flew me out and put me on Spirit Airlines. Shit is cap, you know what I'm saying? I never flew out. I never paid for no flight, you feel me? None of that, you get what I'm saying? Now, I really don't know how to, like, to work it as far as, in, like, if I can post the messages when I'm talking type shit. I don't know if I can do that shit on here, but I'm finna try it, though. I ain't gonna lie, like, you really done fucked up. Let me get in the hang of this shit for real. Because now I got it figured out so I can go ahead and do these little, you get what I'm saying? So, look, right? Now, we just gonna piggyback off of the whole, she said some shit like what it is. Oh, yeah, he got mad with me because I was out of town and texting my kids and all that. Like, whatever the fuck that's supposed to be about. Anywho, that shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing at all. You get what I'm saying? Fast forward to these messages. You get what I'm saying? Now, look, now check this out. She say, like, I supposed to pay for a hotel, or we argued about a hotel or some shit about, like, some shit with some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what really pissed me off. Like, that's what made me even get into this whole, you dig? Anyway, you feel me? Now, that's my whole thing. Now, I done made it clear that I was getting my daughter Friday, You know what I'm saying? I let her know at 4 p.m. on Friday, like, okay, well, I'm getting my daughter and I'm gonna have her for the weekend, or the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Now, your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock, whatever the case may be. Your flight don't leave until 11 o'clock at night. Now, by your flight don't leave at 11 o'clock tonight, meaning like, okay, well, I ain't really trying to be mean to you, but like, I'm gonna give you all the signs what for this. All right, well, I just told you my daughter coming. I done already let you know, like, beforehand. I'm not bringing nobody around my daughter. Like, it ain't none of that type of shit going on, especially no stranger. Like, it ain't none of that going on. I got too much respect for myself. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, mama, and my daughter alone. People be having weird intentions and shit towards kids. Whatever. Now, so if I'm letting you know this already on some, like, you feel me? It ain't none of that going on. Then off rip, you feel me? You should have either not even got your ass on the flight for one, because your flight didn't leave until 11 o'clock later on that night. I told you at 4 o'clock. You try to tell me like, oh yeah, I already checked in my flight. Checking in your flight don't mean nothing at all. You know why? Because you still can cancel or like whatever. It don't matter. I don't, like, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact you can cancel your flight, reservation, whatever, get a refund, whatever. So I let her know, like, you feel me? It's a possible chance that I can get a, you know what I'm saying? It's a possibility that I can get a babysitter. But like, that one never 100%, you feel me? Like, regardless of me getting a babysitter or not, right? I never, ever was staying at no hotel for one. Like, you a stranger, you get what I'm saying? I was not doing no shit like that. You a stranger, I don't even know you for real. And you too thirsty, like, you throwing me off for real. You too thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Now, cool. Now, in the mix of all that, right? Okay, she get her. Now, she get her. She knew on the plane, like, oh yeah, she had to get her a room and shit like that, whatever the case may be. Because of the simple fact, I get to ask her shit like, okay, well, what you finna do as far as in like hotel wise, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna help you look for a hotel, like GT, you know what I'm saying? But like, you should be already under the impression, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you not to come for real, because of the simple fact, I'll let you know I got my daughter. If a nigga telling you like, okay, well, he got his daughter, and you can't, he not bringing you around his daughter, my daughter, this, you know what I'm saying? She gonna be here with me. So she gonna be here with me, then that means you can't be here at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't none of that going on. Cool, long story short, whatever the case may be, she ended up paying for her own flight, you feel me? She ended up paying for her own hotel or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? She was mad or whatever the case may be, but my thing is, look, right? Now, she never not once said like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay for the hotel, but when I land, give me the money. What? The first thing I told her was, find something that you can afford, you feel me? Like, find something you can afford, whatever in your budget, like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit ain't about no $300 or no hotel or nothing like that. We never argued about no hotel, because I made it clear, like clear as day, like, okay, well, I'm not sleeping in no hotel. Why in the fuck would I sleep in a hotel? I mean, I got a house, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just worried about your well-being, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's already damn near 1 o'clock in the morning when you land. You gotta have somewhere to sleep at. I don't want you to sleep in the airport or no shit like that, you feel me? Cool, now. She get all that shit done, or whatever the case may be. She act like she got an attitude out of this world. She really was on some, like, selfish shit, like, on some, like, she thought I was gonna put her before my daughter type shit, like, oh, yeah, well, we had plans, and what the fuck ever. Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. Don't nobody come before my daughter, you feel me? Now, mind you, like, okay, so that was that whole Friday. Now, look, I still text her on Saturday just to make sure, like, she was good, she was safe, because at the end of the day, you're not from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? You're not from Atlanta at all. I'm not from Atlanta at all, but, like, it was just cold that night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, yeah, are you okay? You know, on some, like, checking up on her type shit, you feel me? See, oh, yeah, I had found a room. You know, none, like, everything was regular for real. Now, the shit really went left for real that Saturday when it came to the point where it is. She got to text me all, like, extra thirsty ass shit. Like, you got breath mints and, like, numbing spray. You know what I'm saying? That shit new to me. You know what I'm saying? All right, okay. All right, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Brush that off. And then you got to ask me shit like, oh, yeah, have I ever gave my ass ate? My behind ate? I don't know if TikTok gonna, like, blur it out or some shit because of that. Hold on, what the fuck? This lady throwing me off now. You know what I mean? You throwing me off. You throwing me all the way off. You get what I'm saying? So now I'm just like, nah, hell no. She won't be seeing me at all. You get what I'm saying? I'm not finna link up with you. I'm not finna have sex with you. It ain't none of that going on. Like, you know, I'm cool on it. I'm straight on it. Now, mind y'all, it would never, ever be a storyline. It wouldn't be a story time. It wouldn't be none of that. You know why? If I pulled up to see her at that hotel, had I had sex with her, any of that shit, you get what I'm saying? If any of that shit would have went her way as far as in like sexual intercourse, she would have never made a story time. You get what I'm saying? Now, mind you, like she was scaring me on some like, hold on, what the fuck? Don't be saying no shit like that to be like, you scam me for real on some shit. Like, like, hold on. You been a little bit too thirsty, you feel me? Now, my whole thing is, on top of you being a little bit too thirsty, right? I mean, on top of her being a little too thirsty, right? I'm just like, all right, okay, whatever. You feel me? Like, now mind y'all, rewind. We was texting this shit for like, probably like a week and a half. I want to say we probably was texting for like a week and a half for real. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I ain't never been on the phone at all. Like, never been on the phone. No, we get on FaceTime for the first time. You feel me? It was like a 3-minute call or some shit like that. But when I first get on the phone, I got my face in the camera. She got her face in the camera. But she got on like these clear glasses. Now, when I say stop playing, put your face in the camera, I don't know if that like rubbed to the wrong way, but I'm just in my head like this not the same person that I was just looking at on Instagram. You feel me? So now, like, I'm not saying she ugly. I'm not taking that from her at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying like she not the like what she looked at like on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So it caught me off guard type shit. So now I'm really just trying to like rush her off the phone for real. But like I'm giving her a cold shoulder to the point where it is like, damn, you not getting the memo. Like I shouldn't have to say like, okay, well, woo, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I'm really giving you a cold shoulder. Like I'm letting you know what, like, you know what I'm saying? So like that was throwing me off though that she didn't look the same. You know what I'm saying? So after that, the conversation went like blank. She texted me that Friday like, hey love, are you okay? Ooh. And I tell her, she like, am I still coming? Ooh, I didn't respond to no other question, but am I okay?
Shit on the floor, but I want some more. He gon' get ignored, cause he just a hoe. Bitch, I think you.
I text him, I'm like, I said, what's all that internet shit? Cause you playing right in my face, basically, just sum it up. I said that. This is what he said.
Bro, this is my whole thing. For 110% fact, you know for a fact I was with you.
Who voiced that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the...
Who voiced that? Come on now.
31 years old, 3 kids, single mom. You too cool, like you too worried about a nigga, a rapper, or a scam, or like you too worried about that. Like you too coked up on that. So I was already knowing what was going on. You feel me? Like even she said it out her own mouth after we got on FaceTime. His whole energy changed. Everything changed. Yeah, it did. For sure it did. Cause it's like, all right, well, how I just say, okay, well, this ain't it. You feel me? Who energy ain't gonna change after they see you on FaceTime for the first time and you go back to the pictures and the tab thing, you looking like, nah, that ain't right. Yeah, I entertained her enough though. I ain't even like, I'm not even gonna feed into her no more, none of that. I got TikTok now. Let's just look at it like that. What killed me was the spray though. Cause then she sent a spray. She like, did you get the picture? And I'm like, yeah, I got the picture, but like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the picture? What that's supposed to mean? So then I'm in my head, like, when you seeing stuff like that, you in your head like, okay, well, she did just tell me she ain't had no coat, and it was just cold outside. So I'm in my head like, okay, well, she got a sore throat then. Like, that's the only reason why I think you got some spray like that or something. She got a sore throat. You ain't just had no coat on at nighttime. She got a sore throat, duh. She say something totally Hold on. That's what you got that for? But man, that killed me. That I mean, not you know what I'm saying? That took me away for real. I was blown away. You see the message, I said, oh yeah, I ain't never had nothing like that before. I ain't, that's new. Look here, I ain't never in my life heard of nothing like that before. I'm talking about, never. And I'm just in my head thinking like, I'm so happy I won my first man off like not having sex with her, none of this. Cause I feel like this could have been like some, like this story could have been going a whole nother way for real. I don't know if she still would have made a story time or not. But like that just would have been like crazy to me for real. I'm just happy I avoided it. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't one of them type of guys with what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thirsty and hop on it. Cause I could flirt with you all day. But when it's time for showtime, if I ain't really sending for you for real, it ain't happening. Like, it ain't happening at all. Yeah, Yeah, that took my breath away for sure. And I'm just like, for you to be 31 years old, 3 kids, single mom, you too worried about a nigga, a rapper, or a scam, or like, you too worried about that. Like, you too coked up on that. So I was already knowing what was going on. You feel me? Like, even she said it out of her own mouth. After we got on FaceTime, his whole energy changed, everything changed. Yeah, it did. For sure it did. I just like, all right, Will, how I just say, okay, Will, this ain't it. You feel me? Who energy ain't gonna change after they see you on FaceTime for the first time and you go back to the pictures and the tab thing, you look like, nah, that ain't right. Yeah, I entertained her enough though. I'm not even gonna feed into her no more, none of that. But, I got TikTok now. Let's just look at it like that. What killed me was the spray though. Cause then she sent a spray, she like, did you get the picture? And I'm like, yeah, I got the picture, but like, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the picture? What that's supposed to mean? So then I'm in my head, like, you know, when you seeing stuff like that, you in your head like, okay, well, she did just tell me she ain't had no coat, and it was just cold outside. So I'm in my head like, okay, well, she got a sore throat then. Like, you know, that's the only reason why I think you got some spray like that or something. She got a sore throat. You ain't just had no coat on at nighttime. She got a sore throat, duh. She say something totally Hold on. That's what you got that for? But man, that killed me. That I mean, not you know what I'm saying? That took me away for real. I was blown away. You see the message, I said, oh yeah, I ain't never had nothing like that before. I ain't, you know, that's new. Look here, I ain't never in my life heard of nothing like that before. I'm talking about never. And I'm just in my head thinking like, I'm so happy I won my first man off like not having sex with her, none of this. Cause I feel like this could have been like some, like this story could have been going a whole nother way for real. I don't know if she still would have made a story time or not, but like that just would have been like crazy to me for real. I'm just happy I avoided it. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't one of them type of guys with what it is, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thirsty and hop on it. Cause you know, I could flirt with you all day. But when it's time for showtime, if I ain't really sending for you for real, it ain't happening. Like, it ain't happening at all. Yeah, nah, that took my breath away for sure. And I'm just like, for you to be 31 years.
And for the record, okay, I suck dick, period. I don't need no sore throat spray, no none of that shit. I bought it because I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna suck him off the bone. Bitch, he look good. I was gonna do him in. I sure was. I'm honest.
You scam me for real on some shit. Like, you know, like, hold on. You been a little bit too thirsty, you feel me?
Yo, this shit is really a fucking joke. Like this is really some Tubi shit. Like, and all I can do is laugh because niggas really be full-blown liars, though. Like, not even just that. This shit is all crazy. Like, And I really didn't even want to get on here because, honestly, this shit is embarrassing. Like, this is crazy, but I just can't believe it. Like, So basically, to sum up the whole thing, I've been talking to him for like a month, probably almost a month. We talking back and forth. I was supposed to go see him, not this previous weekend, not this past, but the weekend before. But I couldn't because me and my baby father, like, we co-parent and we do, like, we swap weeks. Like, I have him 1 week, he have him another. So I explained that to him or whatever, and I was like, I'll come up there if I get a babysitter. But I'm not really pressing the issue because when it comes to my son, I'm really going to be there. Like, I'm not going to force nobody to watch my son or, you know, just to go be with a nigga in another state. Like, I'm not doing that. So he was salty, whatever. He like, you wasting my time, you wasting my money. We low-key got into it about it because, like, I feel like he wasn't understanding the point of I can't get no babysitter. Like, and I already gave him the option of me coming when my son was going with his dad. So that's what it was. Like, you know what I mean? So I ended up going out there. It was cold as fucking rainy as fuck. Like, if you're in Atlanta, you know how the weather just was out there. Like, wasn't shit, like, you know. I wasn't too pressed to. I'm not even. I don't even know. Like, so like a couple days later, I'm like, well, shit. Like, do you still want me to come out there on the 13th? Guess the response. Just guess. Just guess. Just take a wild ass guess. Baby boy said he was gonna have his daughter. I'm like, okay, you being funny. Like, you only being funny because I said I had my son, and I like, you know, you being funny. That's the whole crazy part to this. Like, this was really fucking me up. But I kept it, you know, cool, whatever. And I'm like, whatever. Da-da-da. So, the 12th come around. 12th come around, right? He texts my phone in the morning. Good morning. Da-da-da. Tomorrow the 13th. Oh, so now you want me to come. I still took my ass out there, though, because, like, when I said this nigga is a whole vibe, like, I don't know how he is with anybody else, but I know, like, how he was with me. Like, that shit was too good to be true, and now I see. Like, it was way too good to be true. And it's so crazy. On my way, like, I'm rushing around. I'm getting all the shit in order at the last minute because I wasn't supposed to go. Like, I had plans to go to my friend Galentine's. I missed my Galentine's for this shit. Like, what? A waste? Like, what? And let me show y'all my flight. Hold on, I gotta go to my email. And this was my flight. February 13th, right? To February 16th. Like, so I go, everything cool, everything perfect. I'm, you know, feeling it, whatever. We still talking as normal when I leave. Everything normal. And whatever day that shit started, like, we was talking, we was on the phone, boom, boom, boom. He, like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. So, end up saying goodnight or something. And he like, my bad, I was arguing. But I'm not thinking nothing of it, like, okay, I just brushed that shit off. I'm like, the next day or something, I don't know what day it was. My days is fucked up now. Like, I seen him on the internet posting messages, but I'm like, I'm confused. Like, I was so confused. So, he had said something about, like, oh, my bad, I was putting my daughter to sleep. But I looked at the date. You was what? You was doing what? I'm not your daughter. So who was you talking about? I didn't even say shit because, you know, I was going to let that shit unfold. I didn't think it was some shit like this, though. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So I get on the internet or TikTok or whatever. I see the story, but I'm not in my, like, you know, you're not thinking like that'll ever be some shit that close to you. You know what I mean? So I just keep seeing, like, more and more shit. Then I'm like, I know. You could hear in my voice, my shit shaking. Like, I know I ain't tripping. Like, I know this ain't him. Like, I know this ain't that. Like, ain't no way. So I left it alone. I let shit rock on. Like, and I think I texted him. I'm about to see when I text him. So I texted him. I'm like, I said, what's all that internet shit? Because you playing right in my face, basically. Just sum it up. I said that. This is what he said.
Bro, this is my whole thing. For 110% fact. You know for a fact I was with you.
Who was it?
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the...
Who was it that? Come on now. So it's like, what is you getting at? Like, what's your point? I understand she said what she said on the internet, but at the end of the day, if that would have been me, which it could have been me, it could have very much been me, like, and I was thinking that on the way down there, like, damn, what the fuck is it? What if this some weird ass shit? Like, what if this some weird ass shit? Like, I really feel bad for that girl because she just wasted all her time and her energy, like, I ain't even, like, tripping off for words. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm really lost for words. Like, people really be having ill intentions and people would really sell you a dream. Like, you know, like, I'm going out there all excited, like, oh, this is some new shit, like, boom, boom, boom. And I'm telling him, like, bruh, we both telling each other, like, what we've been through, boom, boom, boom. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm just going to link with you and it's going to be that. It was never that. It was way more than, like, y'all know, yeah, like, y'all, come on now. And like I said, I don't even blame her for making no story time, because, baby, if that was me, I'd have been doing the same thing. That shit corny as fuck. And there's too much shit going on in the world to be playing with people like that. You could have easily just said, oh, no, this is not a good time. You a grown-ass man, and you don't gotta, like, come on now. Like, I don't know. I don't get it. And like I said, like, this shit ain't no around the corner, up the street, a different city. This is a whole different state. Like, this girl was stranded, and that shit not cool. I'm not for that at all. Like, I wasn't gonna say shit like I said, but that shit is played. Like, that shit is played. That shit is played. Then, like, you made me miss my Valentine's for what? For what? Just to get cut off? Like, I'm actually mad because they was having fun. Like, and this is all I'm gonna show. Like, somebody comment said they seen us at Cascade. We was at Cascade the night before I left, before I got on my flight. Very true. And this is all I'm gonna show. Well, I mean, I got shit, but I ain't about to be doing that.
Sometimes I gotta be trying to get
This is Friday. It says Friday at 11:50 p.m.
He just got his ass treated.